Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sabine and I have got a serious Chanel addiction. I've been getting a lot of questions lately on how you can buy pre-loved or pre-owned luxury items, specifically items from Chanel, and be sure to not end up with a fake, or if you do end up with a fake, make sure you cover yourself and you can get your money back. So if you're interested in some of my tips and tricks, what I do when I buy pre-loved items, then keep watching. First up, you need to understand where you can actually buy pre-loved goods, and I've divided it into 4 different categories. First up are some very well-known big websites such as fashionfile.com, yugiscloset.com, therealreal.com, or here in Australia we have got a site called rebonds.com.au. So these have been in business for quite a long time. They're very renowned. They've been featured in magazines and many people have bought of them. They absolutely guarantee authenticity and it's very safe to buy of them, although you're usually paying a little bit higher price as well. The second option is buying off Facebook groups, and this is actually one of my favorite ways because there are some communities on Facebook, and over the month and years you're getting to know people, you know who renowned sellers are, and also people are watching out for each other in those groups. So there's usually a zero tolerance for fakes, and if anyone is posting a bag for sale and someone else is spotting that there's something not quite right, then these people will usually speak up and the administrator will ban those people, so you're protected a little bit in that way as well. Also, people are selling out of their personal collection usually, so you can sometimes get a really good price for pre-loved items. The third way is obviously eBay, and you can get quite lucky with eBay, but there are also a lot of fakes on eBay, so you have to be very careful, and I'll get into that topic a bit later. Lastly, there are sites like Gumtree here in Australia or Craigslist in the US, so that's just another way. You also have to be very aware, as with eBay, there might be some good deals, but there could also be a lot of fakes. Secondly, what should you look for in a listing, in the description, in the photos, and what questions should you ask the seller? It is very important that you ask for lots and lots of different photos. You want to see photos that include a handwritten name tag with the seller's name, and that is to prove that the seller is actually in possession of the item, because there have been cases where people are stealing photos from other people or just off Google or eBay, and then they're collecting money and obviously the item is never sent because they never actually had the item. So you can protect yourself in asking for photos with the name tag. Secondly, you want to see photos from different angles, but also very important to see photos that are straight on. So one example how you can often spot a fake item is that the stitching doesn't perfectly line up. So with a Chanel item, the stitching will always perfectly line up. If the seller is taking a photo at a slight angle, there's actually no way for you to tell whether the stitching does line up and the photo is just crooked, or whether they have taken that photo in that way on purpose so that you can't tell that it actually doesn't line up. So every genuine seller will be more than happy to provide you with lots and lots of photos, any photo that you ask for. If a seller refuses to send you more photos, then you should probably stay away from that seller because there's something off with that person. The other photos you should ask for is close-ups of any of the hardware on the bag or small item, and of the authenticity sticker. And if they still have the authenticity card, then you would want to see a photo of the authenticity card and the authenticity sticker so that you can match up the numbers as well. Thirdly, once you're pretty happy with the item, you're happy with the seller, you've got enough photos, and you've decided you would like to go ahead and probably purchase the item, it is now time to get it authenticated. I like doing this in a 2-step process. First off, I like making use of some of the online communities, and I will either post some photos in one of the Facebook groups or maybe on a site such as the Purse Forum. And I'll post some photos of the bag and I'll just ask some opinions of other people. Now, this is not a way to get the item authenticated by any means, but the item might be a really obvious fake and you just didn't see it. So you might get 30 people commenting saying it's a fake, stay away. In this case, the process ends there. If, however, you get some comments saying, yep, the item looks lovely, they think it is real, then I would move on to a professional authenticator. There are a number of different services that will authenticate items for you based on pictures. So they will usually ask you for a number of different pictures, a number of different views, close-ups of the item, all the photos that I basically told you about earlier. They will charge anywhere from about $10 upwards, and that is for a basic email stating yes, the item is real, to an actual certificate, or even letters that you could use for PayPal claims in case you already have the item and you wanted to make a claim. I'll leave a few links below of authenticators I have used in the past, and they usually turn around within 48 hours. Step number 4. You've heard back from the authenticator, your item is real and you're now ready to make the purchase. Make sure you're paying by PayPal and you choose the option goods and services or invoiced. PayPal will protect you in case you have bought a fake or something happens, but only if you're choosing the option of goods and services. Now this will deduct a small fee of around about 4% for the seller. So some sellers don't really like using the option, they prefer the option family and friends, or they might add 4% onto your purchase price. Either way, my recommendation is to always choose the goods and services option because that is the only way that you're protected. Paying by PayPal, friends and family does not protect you. Paying by bank transfer does not protect you either. Unfortunately, I have witnessed a few cases in the online community where people have bought off a fraudulent seller and they've used the PayPal friends and family option, and it was a very big headache for them to get their money back, if they could even get it back. If you're having the item shipped to you and the seller gives you choices of different shipping options, then I would always recommend a registered option that you have to sign for with added insurance. Now again, the seller might charge it to you, but depending on the cost of the item, I think it is probably well worth it. The final step, number 5. Your parcel has arrived, you're looking at the item and hopefully everything is fine and you can now go out and enjoy your new item. If, however, you have any doubts at this point that maybe the item that you've been sent is not the item that was in the photos, or maybe the condition is not as good as the seller claimed it would be, then first of all I would contact the seller and see what they have to say. If you can't work it out, then now would be the time to make a PayPal claim, which you can do because you've paid by PayPal goods and services. So you may have to take another set of photos, get another authentication to prove that the item is fake, or if the item is not in the right condition, you take some photos, you lodge the PayPal claim, you attach the photos and basically explain the situation, and hopefully PayPal will rule in your favor and you will get a refund. I hope though that you never have to do that, and I'm hoping that at this point you've got a beautiful item that you can enjoy. If you've got any further questions, please feel free to leave a comment down below, or even if you've got any additional tips of things that I and the other viewers should be doing, then please also share them down below. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, then make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you and bye!